Hello to you today, and I hope you are well and loving life as much as you possibly can in your waking days. Raking in your moments to appreciate. Gratitude goes a long way. Yes, it does. Okay, we've got rebirth. Okay, rebirth of cool. Rebirth of you. Oh, sorry, that's what it looks like. Rebirthing process. Okay, also look, there's a heart in the center of this. They call them, listen, ASMR, ASMR, yes. Gorgeousness, paper flowers, or something along those lines. Okay, rebirth. The energy of rebirth helps you release old things. It helps you get familiar with everything new, enabling you to get used to your new reality. We all die to be reborn, and this is our biggest challenge. Yeah, we can get pretty attached to ourselves, right? To versions of ourselves. And especially, the unknown. It's the trust fall, right? Where you need to release the old before the new is revealed. And so there's this fear, right? Well, what if, and why, and how, and when, and who? And that's the process. That's the journey. That's the healing. That is the pathway to discovering all the versions of self you can be when you release the old and create space for the new. And this is your sign that you are protected. Do not fear the unknown. The unknown wants to hold you, embrace you, and make sure you get to where you gotta go. Okay. The king stag stands proud and tall with mighty antlers. He bestows his protection on all in his kingdom. Leading by example, the stag teaches the young how to show courage in the face of danger. Elgiz energy brings a powerful connection to divine consciousness. This rune is an aid to speak and commune with spirit and the higher powers. In a reading, it references a connection with the gods and an awakening, which is beautiful. You have been granted divine protection that is also a teaching force, and you are encouraged to be in a state of listening. Protection, defense, courage, independence, and higher self. And this is exactly it. When you release the old versions, you allow for gifts, right? For connections, for all of the things. This trust in your higher self, this trust in the unknown. You are showcasing, highlighting, broadcasting that you are all in. You trust the divine. You trust the unseen, right? I mean, if you think about the visible light spectrum, it is very small in comparison to all of the things that are invisible to our eye. And so just because you can't see a thing doesn't mean it is not a thing, right? We've got the Empress and the Moon. Okay, this is the unknown. This is yet to be revealed, and this is you holding the frequency, which is beautiful. Okay, hold that frequency of love, your heart space, trust. There's no fear. The Empress holds no fear. She's fearless. She is in receptive mode. She is trusting that she's trusting in her frequency, and that by maintaining it, she will, all that is for her, meant for her, will come to her, will present itself, will arrive. And this is also why not everybody's doing it, right? And why people who are pioneers and way showers, this is why they get treated like royalty in a sense, because they are doing things hard without the evidence of it not necessarily working. And there's evidence, right? You're trusting it's a trust fall. You're trusting in the unseen, you're trusting in the unknown, and you're trusting in yourself and your higher versions to get you there, to bring you there, to make sure you get there, all of the above. Okay. Let's see what the heck is happening in the cards for us about this rebirth, release, trust, protection, courage, listening state. Oh, there's the release card. Okay, this is to balance yourself, to create structure and stability in your life. You need to release the old things that no longer serve. And these are things that you have a reverence for, This is about like releasing things, but in an honoring way, with recognition, with gratitude. Yes. Okay. You are protected from the things that you release, or sometimes we hold on to stuff for fear of, well, what happens if I need the stuff, right? And this is telling you that it's okay for you to release things because everything that you need will present itself when you need it. Okay, what is happening here? Like this. Okay. So this is what frees your energy up. Okay, this release, think of it as weights, and you move faster with less weight, with less baggage, with less things that you are holding onto that is slowing you down, right? This is the passion movement, the wands, the fire. We've got the King of Cups who's hanging out, looking at things from a different perspective here. So this is the passionate movement from your heart. And what else? Oh, gorgeous. Okay. This is beautiful. Abundance, joy, peace, harmony, and gloriousness. Sunshine, yes, hope, prosperity, joy, love, peace, all of those things. All of those things that are, this is also a calm, healthy nervous system. Okay, life-giving, beautiful balance. Okay, this is the passion. This is the fire that moves you towards, they call this the happy ever after, because to get to this state is like homeostasis of the heart in the love vibe. This is gorgeousness, okay? And we have patience and making choices with your intuition and choosing passion, choosing love. Always choosing the love. Oh my goodness. Magician and the Hierophant, okay? These are super powerful. Individuals, these are power cards, okay? To become an individual, a magician, you are an alchemist. You take whatever is given to you and turn it into gold. This is Midas touch stuff, right? This is base metal being turned into gold, right? Something plain common turning into powerful stuff, okay? And this Hierophant, this is divine contracts. This is soul bonds. This is dedication, commitment, and also like knowledge, either on any of the spectrum, right? From student to mastery. And everything in between. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the beautiful Four of Wands, the patience, while this foundation happens. Okay, beautiful. This is joy. This is balance. This is also passion. This is beautiful. It's 1111. It's balance. That's the twin flame thing, right? The twin flame thing. And then the people, all of the people. Okay. So the people are, you determine people and their place in your world by following your intuition, by following what you feel, not by what you see, right? People can facade. People can facade. They can create very pretty surfaces. So this is why you need to close your eyes and feel what your body. And this is what you're rebirthing into. You're birthing into someone who doesn't fear the unknown and trusts what their third eye has to contribute to anything, right? What your nervous system, what your heart, what your soul, what your higher self, what your intuition is leading you, telling you to do. Okay, we've got receiving this wish, receiving this pentacle. This is both the process of becoming one who can receive it as well as the receiver of it, right? And this is the goal, getting to the top of the mountain and gaining the perspective from the journey and the position, being in that position. You can see things very clear from the top of the mountain. Wowza, the Queen and King of Cups are together again, and the transformation. Okay, so you become a master. You've become a master in your transformation. This is beautiful. And this is a balance with the heart, the masculine and feminine, divine counterparts with this magician in the middle. It's making me think of both of these counterparts are magical beings. And the magic is your heart, right? Love. Love is the magic. And the King and Queen of Hearts, they have it. They are all up in the heart space. Beautiful. I think we've got a streak now of divine counterparts in every reading for at least a week. For at least a week. Oh my goodness. We've got this beautiful. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here first. What's this one? It's a falling star. Okay, I feel like you reached the top of becoming a star, reached the top of the mountain, reached your goal to being a shining, authentic, beautiful version of self. Like, I think the star also, there's like a vulnerability. I was going to say audacity, right? But it's like a confidence shining, irregardless, is that the right word, of who you blind or what anybody has to say about it, right? I picture the star kind of being naked. I think in the traditional Rider-Waite deck of the tarot, the star is standing in a pool with 2 jugs of water, and they're naked and they're pouring, and this is that balancing of the masculine and feminine. So that's gorgeous. It's also, a star is another sun, okay? But this landed on this goal. So this is telling me that this is something you've achieved. You achieved stardom. Starhood? You turned some dull, dank covered blob into a beautiful, bright, shining star, okay? And then we have, this is reciprocating relationships, and the Chariot. This is coming in fast, okay? Chariot brings all of the things very fast. And it's also shifting timelines. And this fell upon the Hierophant, which is the life, the soul contracts. Okay, so these are people coming into your life who are meant to be there forever. They are meant to be yours and you're theirs, and it's gorgeous. And it's reciprocating, it's playful, it's inspiring, it's passionate, it's gorgeous. Okay, that is beautiful. This is connected to your wish and your happily ever after. Okay, and I'm just going to put this Chariot because this fuel, this passion from the heart space and perspective is what's moving things, which is it's what's aligning the cosmos to your beautifulness. To your beautifulness, gorgeous. Wow. Wowza. We've got a King of Swords, okay? The King of Swords talks about the transformed king who has the sword of truth, has truth to communicate. There is a communication involved here. Okay, so I kind of want to put this here because I feel like, well, being one who speaks, communicates their truth, this is an important part to a stabilized nervous system and heart space, right? You might need to speak truth to people in order to create boundaries, and or be able to trust others to bring them in to your world. Oh my God. We got the Queen of Swords. Okay, now we have two sets of divine counterparts on the board. The communication, boundary setting, cut away the old, and the compassionate, heart-spaced gorgeousness of the King and Queen of Cups. Okay? What the? So this balanced masculine and feminine, the communication that brings you, leads you, transforms you into one who's patient, okay, King of Pentacles. Everybody just calm down. Okay, the King of Pentacles, this is your material realm mastery. Okay, this is your grounded, stable, sturdy, reliable receiver. Oh, this is the work. Okay, you work hard to receive your pentacles. Dedication, mastery, gorgeousness. It's also about like turning one thing into another thing. Times 8. 8 is a lucky number for me. Okay, I want to say, I don't know, where do these guys go? Where do they go now? I feel like the work in the material realm, this also could be an offer that influences, supports, helps, inspires, affects somehow your work and your physical realm-ness, right? Money, property, home, what you do, your physical, all your physical stuff. I'm just gonna put that over here. Put those guys over there. Because If the Queen of Pentacles comes out, I don't know. I think my mind might blow. So just a heads up to Spirit here. Okay, just the devils. Thank you. Oh, so yesterday's reading. Oh, so cool. When I was watching it back, no, when I was first doing the reading, we did it, my mini D deck and the devils came out, and I put them down to the side here. And as I was carrying on with the reading or finishing up the reading, I noticed that there was light hitting the devil's card, but it was just more like a glare coming off of the card from the sun. But when I watched it back, the camera picked that glare up as a rainbow. And so the whole time, this devil in the corner had a rainbow on it, and it made me think of transmutation, like that. This is what the alchemy that the magician does when devils appear, when adversaries show up, when things try to get in the way or stall or confuse or distract or whatever, right? All the adversaries that are the devil, being able to transmute it, transform it into fuel, into power, into motivation, into alchemizing it into something beautiful that keeps you moving forward, which is gorgeous. Okay, so all of that. All of that with the devils. I feel like the devils, it's also shadow, right? We've got so much balance here with the King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Swords. And so I want to say the shadow aspect, this is why it's so important to do the shadow work, to recognize your shadow selves. And there are multiple depending on the circumstances and situations, right? And you become whole. You can only achieve any of this when your shadow is integrated, because that's what makes you a whole. You can't be just all love and light. You need the shadow, just like you can't be all feminine or you can't be all masculine. You need the balance between the feminine and the masculine, the light and the dark, right? This is the rules of this world that we are living in, right? And so the devils are also those versions, those shadowy parts of ourselves that we cannot ignore because they will fester and run amok, right? This is why you need to integrate them. You need to be well aware of them so that you maintain your self-mastery. You are the master of the devils. If you notice, the devils in this card have chains on them because they are there to serve you, right? They're the pressure that turns you from coal into diamonds. We can't be diamonds without the pressure. This is the nature of living. And so it is better to face your shadows, face the adversaries, face the devils head on, so you know exactly what you're dealing with and how to deal with them, right? If you ignore them, if you deny them, then and you turn your back to them, well, they're just running wild, you know, like a kid looking for attention by misbehaving, running amok, causing stuff, overreacting, hurting loved ones inadvertently. So face your shadows, own them, master them, and be in charge, because it is your integrated shadow self who makes boundaries, who cuts away the things that no longer serve, who buries the dead, right? Who puts to death the things that no longer serve, the versions of self that no longer serve. Okay, and we've got some mentalness. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of creative exchange, inspiration that is going to come from these relationships that you were drawing in, these lifelong ones. Your people, I want to say soul tribe. Soul tribes. Okay, and you are running on the things that are passionate. You are connecting to your higher self, your center, your intuition, to let you know which of those brilliant ideas you run with and which ones you let go. Okay, I just want to put that down here. It's also a 10, and 10 is a completion of some kind. So this could be a sign that you, well, it's part of this reaching a goal. There's the Emperor. Okay, this is becoming a master in all the realms and creating a world that you want to live in. Okay, and turning the wheel in your favor. So the Emperor gets things done. The Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor has embodied all of the kings and queens because the Emperor is balanced. Not so balanced that he's not without the balancing aspect of the Empress, but he represents the masculine. And that is the getter-doner guy. He's the getter-doner guy. Okay, let's, I'm just going to revisit my notes here. The Emperor, authority. There you go. He's the boss. Regulation, organization, father figure, strategic, follows through, creates rules and systems, imparts knowledge, firm, law-abiding, fosters honor and discipline, rational, and reigns to serve for the greater good of all. Okay? He's not messing around. And this is that transition. This is the birthing, the death of the old and the birth of the new, and the energetic recoherence. No, I don't know if that's a word. Of things. Of things. And then the wheel of fortune turning in your favor. Okay. I kind of want to put this here because this reconstituting the releasing of the old and the choosing constantly to trust in your higher knowing, in your intuition, in love, right? But this is also alchemy. It's also the alchemy of choosing the heart. And this wheel of fortune, maybe that's there. Maybe that's there. Because I can't think of where else it could go. But we've all, well, most of us have been all over the wheel. Hanging upside down off of it, hanging off the side of it. Love is on the bottom. But the Emperor is all about maintaining the wheel in our favor, turning the wheel in our favor. And so we can reach our abundance. Okay, this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is all the abundance in the material realm. Straight up. This is what you can access when the wheel turns in your favor. Abundance. This is also 10-10 here. 10 of Cups. It's all the emotional abundance and then the physical abundance. Wow. Wowza. Okay, and this could come from these relationships that are coming in, support network, soul tribe, gorgeousness. And that's another birthing of self, right? You're letting go of the old version of self who was hyper independent and did everything on their own. And people want to come in and help you. And it's like, okay, I need to allow that to benefit, right? I need to allow when somebody's like, can I help you? Be like, okay, not, it's okay, I got it. And struggle and make it work, right? And this is how you celebrate. Look at this celebration. Luck and celebration and overflow. How you affect others. This is beautiful. I don't know where to put the things anymore. But all of this is en route to you. This is what you are glimpsing into the unknown and giving hints that it's going to be amazing. So just trust it, right? It's like jumping off of a bridge, like to bungee jump. Sorry, you're strapped in. You're strapped in. You're safe. But when you're standing up there and it's time for you to jump, there's this fear. There's this moment of like, what happens if something goes wrong? And it's scary and all this stuff. And you need to just take that leap of faith and discover that it's a rush. It's fun. It's exhilarating, life-giving even, and experiential. Experience is something very important. This is what living is about, right? Okay, we got the boundaries coming out. And so I feel like the boundaries here are part of the adversaries, right? You need to be able to know what you need to transform, what you need to transmute. Boundaries around people coming in, about your choices, the way you think, the way you feel, your doubts, and all of that stuff. Okay. And then the Tower comes in and blows your world open. Okay. And I feel like when this Chariot shows up with all of this beautiful gorgeousness, it's going to be like, there's no going back. There's no going back. You will be fully all in. Fully all in. Okay. One last time through. If there's any more, then come on out and say hello. Otherwise, it's time to go. And that's a no. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to throw some of these down. Okay. We've got the freedom bird. The bird that sits on the cage, but it's not actually in it. That bar is not going over it, which means it's sitting outside of it. So this is like having a safe place to call home, to come home to, while maintaining your freedom to fly anywhere you want to go, right? And that's a beautiful thing. This is what we want. This is joy. We want to be free, but also safe, right? Whatever that looks like for you. We've got the koala, which is just so cute. And yes, quality time, quality relationships. Koala tea. Okay, we've got the ornate heart, two halves making a whole. Okay, this is all this balance. This is the King and Queen of Cups. This is the King and Queen of Swords. This is beautifulness. Two worlds coming together. Okay, we've got the Owl of Wisdom. Here, the wise owl, nocturnal being, sees quiet, stealthy, but deadly, right? They set their sights on something and they come in out of nowhere and devour it. Okay, so this could be this chariot vibe. Then we've got lucky luck, 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 luck. And this is that overflowing luck that's coming in. Again, it's going to look like you're just extremely lucky to everybody else because they don't know the amount of work and effort and dedication that you have made. Okay, so they're like, oh, it's because you're lucky. It's like, no, it's because I made my own luck with my sweat and tears. Okay. And there's the dolphin of joy. Okay, if there was a symbol that represents this 10 of cups down here, it would be this one, the dolphin. This is gorgeous. And we've got the sun and moon balance kitty, which makes sense. There's so much balance here, which is good. This is good. We like a balance. We like a balance. Otherwise, we're falling over all the time. Okay, let's pick a mushroom card. What do the mushrooms have to say to us today? Oh, ghost mushroom. It says shine. Gorgeous. And green, heart space. Green heart space, magic. 17 is also a lucky, lucky number, I think. Where are you? Where are you? Ghost mushroom reminds you that you need to wait until the time is right to appear or ask for help, okay? This is this hanged one that the King of Cups was near, right? This is like being forced to hang out, and while you're there, you might as well make good use of your time and look at things from different perspectives, okay? You can keep doing what you need to do in the background without others, but at some stage you need to show yourself and work together with not only your tribe, but others who can help you grow or get you to where you need to go. Didn't we just say that? Didn't we talk about that? That's awesome. Confirmation. You cannot be seen if you shrink away from the outside world. Take the time to gather the necessary strength and many things you might need to take you to the next level. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get this done. Just remember the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Proper planning prevents poor performance. When you have planned and prepared everything well, the execution of the plan should work smoothly. Another meaning of this card is to shine bright. Light up the room. Make yourself seen. There is nothing wrong with shining brightly. Don't dull your shine for others. We are not here to play small. Find your tribe and shine together for a great cause. Remember that we can all do our bit individually, but everyone doing their bit together is a powerful force. Light the way for others to follow, spread the beauty, grow, and expand. Beautiful confirmation. Yes, love it. Gorgeousness. Okay, what else we got? These telepathy oracle cards keep wanting to come out. So we let them. What do they gotta say except? This is like allowing, except that things will work out the way that they are intense. Okay, accept. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you, okay? When your chariot shows up, get ready. Get ready! Because it's gonna be intense. Of a true soul connection includes the highs and the lows, okay? The intensity will be there. And we'll just go through one more time. Synchronicity wanted to come out. Anybody else? Nope. Just synchronicity. Okay, divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchronicity. As we've seen, this King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Swords coming out is just like, what the? But maybe this is your new life now. Maybe this is what life looks like for you now. This is the rebirth of you into one who is magical AF. I mean, you're a magician and you're super balanced. And you've got all of the abundance on the board, plus the Wheel of Fortune, plus the Star and the Emperor. Like, this is happening. This is getting done. Plus the Four of Wands. Like, what the heck? And this divine protection. Okay, the dragonfly came out upside down, and I don't usually consider upside down, but it felt very upside downy, so let's just read it. Let's see. Why? Where? Oh, air, not earth. Dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind. Oh. As it is always moving, shifting, and shimmering. Let's put this guy over here. And changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Interesting. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. Okay. Yes, when you are overly thinking, this is what this Algiz was talking about, is this stillness and receptivity to listening to your spirit guides, to your higher self, to the wisdom that is there for you. Okay. Beautiful. Oops, I closed it. Where sees clearly, joyful, and magical when in balance. When out of balance, can't concentrate and has a busy mind. And to bring into balance, focus on the breath, okay, which is a very key factor in meditation, is breath work. Gorgeous breath work. Okay, yay! And let's just see if the soul tribe members, these people, if they are platonic or otherwise, for any of you who are open to otherwise. We shall see what. Best just to be open to beautiful soul connections and be grateful for whatever comes your way that fits that role. Sexual chemistry did come out though, so there's that. And step back, okay? Don't try to control things. This is something the universe has got you. This is the unknown. In the unknown, stepping into the unknown is releasing control, right? You're not aware of where you're going or what it's going to look like or who you are even going to step out as. And so there's no controlling things there. So you need to step back, step away, step away from the control board and let Jesus take the wheel, okay? Yes, because these things will unfold. All you have to do is be open and receptive to see the signs and synchronicities that will lead you, to feel when you interact with people who come into your life, if they feel like home or not. This is your nervous system regulated. What does it feel like when you're around certain people? Is it flip-flopping, or is it like, you want, just as a heads up. And it's cool because I was out at a boat ramp. The guy I drive for, he likes to pan for gold. So we'll, be out exploring in mountains and stuff like that. And then we'll take a sample off of a side of the mountain. And then later on, we'll bring it to a boat launch, and he gets his little stool out and does some panning. And this time we've been finding this sparkly black sand, which likes to hang out with gold, right? So anyways, we had a pan, and this woman comes in using the boat ramp. She had some like awesome setup, and she's like, what are you panning for? And so I showed her the black sand, and she's like, and about the gold and them being buddies or whatever. And she's like, oh, that's funny. I just watched a thing the other day about that exact thing, about the link between the black sand and the gold. And then I was like, what? That's crazy. And she's like, yeah, algorithms. And we both kind of chuckled. She went on her way, I went on my way. But I was like, totally, the algorithms aren't just digital. Like they're, this is why it's important to move energy around, because by moving energy around, by making different choices, by going in different directions, you are switching up, you are changing, you are altering, you are affecting the algorithms. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, you need to control something. That's where you can go. Control how you respond, what you do, what you choose, and let everything else, let the universe conspire in your favor. Right? Where you're like, I'm going to stop at this coffee shop I've never stopped at before. And then you're sitting beside somebody. You notice that they're reading a book. And you're like, hey, I read that book. And they're like, really? I brought it up this thing. And it's like, oh my God, I was just there. And then boom, bada bing, blah, 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 blah. But, you got to allow, you got to be patient, because this is this conspiring. This is this energy movement and synchronicity. Beautiful. Okay, we've got Mischief, which is Jasper, playful little trickster. Don't forget to enjoy yourself, okay? This isn't about being in a state of hypervigilance going, is that a sign? Is that a thing? Oh my God, because now your nervous system, you're trying to control things. This is about trusting and allowing that you will recognize the signs and synchronicities. You will feel what is right for you and what isn't for you. You don't have to think your way through it. You don't have to wrestle it to the ground and make it love you or whatever, right? Okay. Jasper is playful little trickster known to pounce on toes while you're sleeping and possibly tiptoe across your computer while you are trying to work. There is a twinkle of mischief in his eyes that you can't help but love. He reminds us not to take things too seriously. Sometimes the biggest disasters can seem funny when you look at them through Jasper's eyes. He is lighthearted, he is laughter, giggles, and sighs. And yes, he really did need to steal a little sip out of your drink when you were looking the other way. Jasper, you little scramper. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but it got crazy and now I have no room. I have no room. Okay, so release with honor and love. And yeah, did you see all my beautiful Sweet peas of gorgeousness. Can you smell them? So nice. So nice. Okay, that's the reading for you today. I hope there was some good nuggets of things in there for you to nibble on and marinate with and love and trust and hope and feel and release and honor and accept and allow. Okay, beautiful counterparts. When the towers hit, step back and let the dust settle, trusting in your heart of hearts that all things are working in your favor. Okay, beautiful. Okay, love you all, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.